In a critical vote in Congress scheduled to take place in just hours now, this morning a House committee will vote on whether to approve the debt ceiling deal reached over the weekend.
KCAL's Natalie Brand joins us live now from Capitol Hill. Natalie, good morning to you. What is the latest?
Good morning, Ruta Bay. Jamie, that critical hearing will happen at noon your time, and we could see some political fireworks because there are a couple of conservative members on this committee who have railed against the bill. But House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has been downplaying any concerns, and party leaders are still sounding very optimistic that this legislation will move forward.
White House officials and President Biden himself have been working the phones ahead of a crucial debt ceiling vote.
We discussed the negotiation and discussed how we will get to a majority vote.
One of those calls was to New Hampshire Congresswoman Annie Kuster. As chair of the new Democrat coalition, her 98-member caucus could be key in moving the bill forward.
The votes for this bill will come from the middle out. I think we'll have roughly an equal number on either side.
The compromise legislation would lift the debt ceiling for the next 2 years and keep non-defense spending at roughly the same levels, but it would prevent cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and military and veterans programs. It would also impose stricter work requirements for people receiving food assistance such as SNAP.
We're actually going to spend less money this year than we spent last year.
The legislation needs to pass both chambers of Congress by next week. That's when the Treasury Department says the U.S. could face an unprecedented default on its bills. Still, hardliners are pushing back.
I think you're going to see that there's people across the political spectrum that are opposed to this.
If the bill gets through the House Rules Committee today, it could go before the full House as early as Wednesday.
So it's not just conservative Republicans who are expressing criticism, but also progressive Democrats who have voiced some concern over changes to some of the provisions, including SNAP or food stamps. White House officials, we know, have been holding virtual briefings with House Democrats to try to walk them through the details of this bill and address any concerns. And then there's the whole issue of amendments that can be proposed to this legislation. So there are still a lot of moving parts and pieces to watch both this afternoon and through what could be a full House vote tomorrow. Jamie, Ruta Bay.
Natalie, thank you.
Local news doesn't happen here.
It happens here.
And here.
Yeah, news happens here.
And we have you covered here.
KCAL 9 is now KCAL News.
CBS News Los Angeles, your local news, streaming wherever, whenever.